The Flinders Street Overpass was constructed in 1961 as part of the King Street Bridge project in the western end of Melbourne's CBD. The work was undertaken by Utah Constructions, with the plate girders for the main spans over King Street fabricated from high tensile steel. The work was challenging, particularly staging of the works and the piled foundation, which had to be driven to significant depths because of the very soft silts on the banks of the Yarra River. The overpass, measuring 280 metres in length and 3.5 metres high, was the first major grade separation bridge in Victoria, and at the time was seen as an example of the development of bypass roads and freeways as a traffic solution in Victoria. In subsequent years, the overpass had undergone further strengthening by post-tensioning of the main steel beams over King Street using steel tendons. While the bridge satisfied transport and traffic objectives, it adversely affected the visual amenity of the area and contributed to the physical separation of the CBD from the Yarra River. Removal of the overpass was made possible with the creation of alternative routes, such as CityLink, for traffic wishing to bypass the CBD. The total cost of the Flinders Street Overpass removal project was $17.1 million, which included $9 million for the contract awarded to FRH Group for on-site work, including the overpass removal, roadworks and tram infrastructure works. Removal of the overpass provides significant benefits to the city's west end, including the stimulation of new growth and investment in the southwestern part of the CBD, improved urban form and amenity, and improved public safety and access to public transport along the western end of Flinders Street. The overpass removal has paved the way for the Flinders Street West Urban Development Project to redevelop the former fish market site. Planned features of this area include retail, commercial and residential apartment buildings with exposure to Flinders Street and a substantial expansion of the existing Melbourne Aquarium. The northern half of the overpass was removed in June 2005 and the remainder demolished in August the same year. Hazardous materials, including asbestos and lead paint in the overpass, had to be removed and disposed of under controlled conditions to the requirements of the Environment Protection Authority. King Street was closed to traffic over 2 weekends to allow the removal of the 2 main spans of the overpass. Flinders Street was also closed on 2 weekends in November to allow construction of the new Flinders and King Street signalised intersection and installation of new tram infrastructure along Flinders Street. King Street carries about 65,000 vehicles a day and Flinders Street about 25,000, as well as trams and buses. Management of traffic through and around the site was a key component of the project. Throughout the demolition, tram services along Flinders Street terminated at Market Street, and a tram shuttle service ran between Flinders Street and the Docklands. Construction of the project began in May 2005 and was completed by December that year. A total of 530 metres of tram track was laid, more than 6 kilometres of electrical conduits installed, and over 2,100 cubic metres of concrete was used for the tram tracks and new road pavement along Flinders Street. Over 600 cubic metres of asphalt was needed to surface the new road. The new signalised intersection at King and Flinders Street, with provisions for right turn lanes, was fully operational in December 2005. 6 platform tram stops have been installed along Flinders Street at the intersections at Spencer, King and Market Streets to provide safer and easier passenger access to trams and improved spacing of tram stops. These new platform stops accommodate the range of tram types, including the A, B and W class trams, as well as the Citadus and Combino trams. The 6 new platforms, all compliant with the Disability Discrimination Act, replace the previous 8 narrow safety zones, including the tram stop at Queen Street. The new stops have been placed to better serve the travelling public, as well as projected future tram usage as part of the Flinders Street West Urban Development Project. The tram stop platforms include non-slip tiles, 3 shelters per platform, stainless steel handrails and stylish stainless steel and cable fencing, as well as real-time information units, litter bins, tactile paving to assist the visually impaired, and impact attenuation bollards at the approaches to protect against vehicles. The shelters will also provide improved lighting to the area and the future provision for public telephones and ticket machines similar to those currently installed at other tram stops throughout the city. These stops also serve to reduce tram times by improving passenger boarding times. Other tram improvements include raised tram tracks along Flinders Street between Spencer and King Streets and raised separation curbs between King and Queen Streets to discourage vehicles from crossing onto the tracks and delaying trams. Traffic signals at other major intersections along Flinders Street have also been upgraded to provide trams with priority to improve tram travel times and reliability. The demolition of the Flinders Street Overpass, one of Melbourne's worst eyesores, was officially declared complete at an event held on the 21st of December 2005. School children from Emmaus Primary School, together with the Minister for Major Projects, John Lenders, and Lord Mayor John So, marked the occasion with a tram ride from Treasury Place to the newly constructed platform tram stop at the intersection of King and Flinders Streets. Upon arrival, the children ran through a football-style banner, which proved far easier to demolish than the landmark that once stood there. Media interviews followed at the Melbourne Aquarium. Also present was the Minister for Transport, Peter Batchelor. The removal of the Flinders Street Overpass and creation of the Flinders-King intersection opens the way for new development in this area, a growing part of an evolving city.